Hey, good afternoon, guys. At least here in Ohio it is 11, well, it's actually morning still, 11:40. I'm calling it afternoon. We're getting ready to head on out to Cary, North Carolina. We got about a 7.5 hour drive ahead of us, 526 miles. We stopped here at home on the way from Illinois. We had this run, Elgin, Illinois, going over to Cary, North Carolina. So we was passing a house on our way through. This thing don't deliver till Monday on MLK Day. So we just figured, hey, we'll stop at the house, get a good night's sleep or two, and head on in Sunday afternoon, get it there Sunday night. The place is supposed to be open possibly tonight, so I might be able to get it offloaded. So that is the plan from here. We're going to get on down the road and get ourselves, in position for a good week this next coming week, and hopefully make a lot of miles and a lot of money. So let's get on down the road and get after it, guys. We'll see you there, man. All right. Get some go-go juice, and we need to get some washer fluid. We ran out. My window's dirty. I can't see. Pulling this pilot here and get her done. All right, we seen that beautiful golden arches in the sky. We do have to partake.
Your destination is on the right.
Thank you, dear. Heaven in a cup. All right, let's get to it. Let's get this thing done, get ourselves to the Carolinas. All right, so let's talk safety and the habits of driving. You've all seen it before. You see a young lady next to you driving. She's putting her mascara on while she's driving 55 mile an hour down the interstate. Or that girl in the center of town driving 35, 40 mile an hour, putting lipstick on, looking in the mirror. You got old Fred there in the plumbing vehicle. He's got a coffee in one hand and a sandwich in the other, and he's driving with his knee, going down a back road 35, 40 mile an hour. I don't know, maybe you look over and you got a guy touching a digital screen, there on the dashboard of his car. Maybe it's music he's messing with. Maybe it's a GPS. Maybe it's his OnStar. Maybe you see a guy reaching up over and on the dashboard that has the actual GPS, suction cup to his dash, and he's reaching up there, funneling it, pushing buttons. As he's driving down the road, he can barely reach across the dashboard and kind of swerving here and there. All those things I mentioned and so much more. When is it safe? When is it okay? When is it acceptable? What is acceptable? What is not acceptable? You know what I mean? Where do you draw the line before you see somebody doing, oh, that's totally, that butthead, he or she should not be doing, I can't believe they're doing such a thing driving down the interstate. But yet, the same thing that we get upset at seeing with our own eyes, we're all guilty of doing ourselves. So it's basically contradicting what we're upset about in the first place, no? So the reason I even make this video or bring this up is because, like myself, I'm trying to run a business. This van represents my business. I represent my business. What people see me doing represents my business. And do I want to represent it foolishly? Ignorant? Do I want to be ignorant in my driving habits? Did you hear what habits? What is a habit? My driving habits? Do I want people to look over or fumbling with my phone while I'm driving down the road? Do I want somebody to see me, reaching across my van while I'm driving 65 down an interstate? Taking my eyes off the road? No. I want people to know the guy behind this steering wheel is a professional driver, and he knows what he's doing, and he's well aware of the safety, his involvement in the safety as he's driving down the interstate. want nobody to have a second guess or opinion of my ethics and my concern about my driving habits on a daily basis, you know, because there's other families, you know, there's other families riding beside my van, behind my van, in front of my van, and at any moment I take my eye off the road, I could rear end somebody, you know, I could drift over into the left lane as they're passing me and push them off into a canyon, you know, or I could accidentally slam my brake and somebody behind me rear end me. There's so many different ways that this could go, and I just don't want to be, I don't want to contribute to that disaster ever happening. That's the reason that I bring this subject up. So I'd like to go a little more in depth about it and talk more of my situation and my personal involvement and my feelings on this subject. Oh wow, somebody had to use the truck ramp. Ugh, that's not good. I hope he's alright, man. Shame on it. I never like seeing that. It scares the hell out of me. Poor guy. Woo-wee, it is cold out here. Man, come out from the hotel to go get me some cafe. I'll freeze my butt off. So we made it to our delivery last night. It was kind of surprising. I couldn't believe that we actually made the delivery last night, because the people were supposed to close at 9 o'clock, or not 9 o'clock, I'm sorry, they were supposed to close at 8 o'clock, and I got there almost at 9 o'clock. I got there like around 8:45, and I just happened to go over by the door, got out of my van, I walked up to the door, and there was a bunch of people in there walking around, you know, doors locked and everything, and I just pounded on the window of the door, and they come outside, and we talked for a minute. They said, yeah, sure, we'll take it off of you. So always check, you know, at least go by. Even if you know for a fact the place is going to be closed, you know 100% certainty it's going to be closed, drive by anyway, because you never know what you can find. I've been lucky many times going to these places early when I catch somebody after hours that normally is not there, and I'm able to get my freight off, and it helps, because that freight in particular was taking up the whole rear end of my van, like the whole cargo area, so I had nowhere to sleep. Regardless, because I'm in a hotel room now, but you know, because I had got this hotel room in advance, because I had went under the assumption this place was going to be closed, because I looked it up online. I even called them, and they was like, yeah, we close at 8 o'clock, and so I was thinking that, okay, well, I'm going to get a hotel room, because I know I'm not going to be there at 8, and I was thinking a place like that, there was no way in hell that they were going to be there. So I bought this room. There's no refunds when you do it this way. So unfortunately, or fortunately, whichever way you want to look at it, I still stayed at the room. I still, you know, threw a little bit of money away, but it was only $49. I got this room on a lightning deal. It was a special, so after discounts and everything, it was like $49 for a room at the Red Roof Inn. So, you know, it wasn't all bad. But anyway, yeah, just any chance you get, always check to see if the place is open. At least swing by. I don't care what time of the night it is. Swing by and have a look-see. But back to the subject at hand, what we was talking about earlier, the whole safety thing. I'd had some people that had asked me, you know, Tim, why ain't you doing the videos you used to do, where you did, you know, lots and lots of talking while the camera is looking at you while you were driving and whatnot. Well, in a nutshell, it's been a topic of interest in videos in the past, and or with other people outside of YouTube. It just isn't safe, as far as, you know, the camera facing me. You know, maybe possibly occasionally, you know, you would look up at the camera like you're actually acknowledging someone sitting beside you, you know, like I do when I'm talking with you guys. I'm always trying to look at the camera and like feel like we are one-on-one, you know, right here with each other. That's fine, but when you're driving, it's not. I look at all the different angles and reasonings, and I think about it, and it isn't safe, not from a business standpoint. If you're out there on a personal level, doing your own personal gig, you know, doing what you want to do in your own personal vehicle, which this vehicle, the van is mine. It's my vehicle. I'm at the forefront of that business. So I need to maintain a certain level of professionalism, you know, for the customers and the people and all the folks that I surround myself with or by, you know, be it people on the road that are driving beside me, you know. It's not safe, it's not right, and I thought I would make a video concerning this because I've had many subscribers asking me, you know, why I wasn't making certain videos, the angles that I used to make anymore. From here on out, it's going to be all road footage. I mean, you may hear me talking, I'm still going to talk. But the problem lies in not just, you know, not the talking, but the physical movements. You know, you want to limit the movements and the distractions you have while you're driving. I mean, because we already have enough distractions, you know, be it the stereo, be it your GPS, be it the heater controls, be it your turning your headlights on, you know, looking over to roll your window up or down, you know, looking in your mirrors, you know, the sun glare, you know, everything is a distraction. You know, as we're driving down the road, you know, we see some nice pasture, you know, way off out in the distance, and we're driving, we're looking at it like, oh, that's beautiful. You have too many distractions out there already, and it just isn't, again, from a professional standpoint, trying to run a business, it's not the right thing to do. I just kind of wanted to put that on the table in case you guys see or notice my videos changing, the format of the angles of different things that I start doing and some of the things I don't do anymore. I just want you to understand that's why. So from here on out, like I say, it's going to be mainly driving footage. You know, the video I take, obviously it's still going to be the same stuff. You know, I'll show you what I'm doing on under loads or before loads and shippers and receivers and the process of loading and unloading. None of that's going to change. It's just the driving part of it, you know, when I'm driving down the highway, because I have to be safe. I want to maintain, like I said, I can't say it enough, I just want to maintain, you know, professionalism. You have to be safe out there, man. I've sat and I looked at it from a YouTube standpoint, and, you know, initially you kind of get frustrated, you know, you're like, well, I can't do my videos no more. I can't do them the way I want to, and I can't do this, and I can't do this. But you can still do all that stuff. Just don't do it while you're driving. Now that I've thought about myself, I went back and looked at all the YouTubers that I follow, and I see some of the things they do, and I'm thinking, it's unsafe. It's unsafe. It's not. They shouldn't be doing it. You know, one thing I can say about myself, all the times in my van that I have recorded videos, all my stuff is mounted permanently, so I'm never messing with stuff. You know, I have permanent mounts on my dash, I have permanent mounts on my ceiling, I have this goofy like bungee mount looking out the right window, and I have a goofy little bungee mount that right here at the driver's window. Everything I do is always hands-free, at least, but this goes back to, you know, the whole looking around thing. It's just not safe. So I encourage you guys to please be safe while you're out there doing this kind of stuff. If you do it, you know, don't be, you know, grabbing your phone, driving down, oh look at that, you know what I mean. Don't do that stuff. Be safe. And so anyway, I'm gonna cut this off right here. This video's gonna be long enough as it is, 9 minutes here. So I hope you guys are doing well. As I said, we got delivered here in North Carolina. We're just outside of Raleigh, and we're gonna wait around today. I don't know what the odds are, being MLK Day, if they're gonna give me a load today. I don't know how much that's gonna play a role in people being open or closed or the freight moving. I can't remember last year how it was, but I'm gonna start marking these occasions down and notating them in my computer, so I can, you know, look back on them next year on this day. It's like, what did I do last year on MLK? And I can revert back and have a look. So yeah, we're going to hang out here in Raleigh, North Carolina, see if dispatch calls us with a run, and hopefully it gives us a good one going across the country, man. So until next time, guys, y'all have a good day that way, and we see you. Bye.